Lindsay! Lindsay! I need to ask you something. Are you there? Hello? Was the person who came to pick you up after the party your husband? I had no idea you were married to such a tall, handsome man. And that he came dressed up in a suit. Woo! Oh, hello, Becky. Thank you for saying that my husband is handsome. And yes, he is pretty tall, too. I believe he is about 6 feet and 2 inches. What? 6 feet and 2 inches? Is he really that tall? And his shoulders were so broad and his legs were so long. I'm almost drooling. And on top of all that, he was nice enough to come and pick you up after the office party. I would say that you landed yourself a good one. Call me impressed. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that. Although I am sure that if he heard you saying all of those things that he would be blushing. I mean, he really just does seem like the perfect guy. And just my type. That is why I am asking you to hand your husband over to me. What? What do you mean by that? Don't tell me that you're still a little drunk from last night's party. Oh no, definitely not. I am 100% sober when I say that I am very serious about that. I mean, he just checks all my boxes. And you remember the other day we were talking at work about how hard I was searching for my perfect soulmate, but I just couldn't seem to find the perfect match, right? But last night, I think that I finally found him. And it is your husband. Sorry. You're telling me that you think that my husband is your soulmate? I am sorry, but I really don't understand what you mean by that. Yes! Can't you just picture it? Don't you think the two of us would just be absolutely perfect for each other? As long as I can remember, I have always had a soft spot for tall guys. After all, I am only 4'11". So anyone who is really tall has always just been super attractive to me. I see. Yeah, I guess now that you say all of that, I do remember you mentioning something about it to me earlier. And I just think your husband would be so well complimented by a petite, cute little wife like me with him. Don't you? After all, you are like, what, 5'6" or something? I really don't think that a tall old lady like you is really the best fit for a man like him. Hey, whoa. Where is this coming from? You really do not need to be calling me names like that, Becky. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. I really do not have any intention of handing my husband over to you. What? But why not? I don't get it. Look, I'm just going to pretend like this whole talk is just because you are still a bit tipsy after last night and let it go, okay? But I do not want to hear this kind of talk ever again. Do you understand? Especially not from someone who is working under me. What are you talking about? How can you say something like that? I thought we were friends. If you don't do what I say and hand over your husband to me, then you are really going to regret it. Are you really trying to threaten me right now? And just what, pray tell, are you going to do to me if I don't? I am just warning you that I am the type of woman where, when I see a man I want, I get him. I stole my friends' boyfriends. I've stolen other colleagues' boyfriends. Even their husbands, too. Every man I've set my eyes on has ended up mine one way or another. And your husband is going to be no exception. I will take him from you, Lindsay. Wow, that is all... Wow, yeah, I just really don't even know where to begin with all of that. Even if you don't want to give up your man to me, I will make him fall in love with me. So you can either hand him over now, or we will do this the hard way. But I warn you, it is going to be very painful for you to watch your man fall in love with another woman. You're right. That is not something I want to see, and it is not something that is going to happen. There is no way that my husband will fall in love with you. And did you seriously sleep with someone from work's husband? Look, just don't do anything stupid that you are going to regret, okay? Anyways, I hope that you sober up by the time the weekend is over because we have a lot of work to get done this week. Hey, Linz. Are you awake? I'm at the store right now, and I was wondering if you want me to pick up anything while I'm here. Oh, Gary, thank you. If it isn't too much trouble, would you mind just picking up dinner on the way home, please? Today has been a lot, and I really don't think that I have the energy to cook tonight. Don't tell me that you're still feeling it after last night. Well, don't worry. I'll cook us up something simple. You don't have to worry about dinner. Thank you so much, baby. Oh, yeah. Speaking of the party last night, I just saw that Becky girl at the store just now. She was asking if you were okay and weren't too hungover. She seemed to be really worried about you. What? Becky was at the store when you were? Yeah, she just came over to introduce herself and we chatted for a little bit. I didn't know that you had so many cute girls working at your office. And she seemed to be pretty bright for her age, too. I bet she works pretty hard. It must be nice to be supervising someone like her. Wait. You are sure that it was Becky who you met at the store today? Yeah. She came over and formally introduced herself and told me her name and everything. At first, I didn't really recognize her because it was so dark when I went to pick you up. But she said she was there at the party when I came to get you. Actually, we bumped into each other in front of the store. Does she live around here or something? What? This can't be happening. You're kidding, right? I don't believe this. No, she doesn't live near the store. She lives on the other side of town. Oh, really? Dang, that is pretty far, no? I would have never guessed. She seemed like she was just going to the local store when she came up to me. No, it can't be. Don't tell me that she followed us all the way home after the party. She shouldn't know where we live. Wait, hold on here. What is going on now? You think this girl followed us home after I picked you up from your work party? Actually, Becky and I were just messaging each other earlier. And apparently, when you came to pick me up last night, she took one look at you and fell in love. Or so she says. She thinks you are her soulmate and that you two are meant to be together. She texted me telling me to hand you over to her. What the heck? What even is that? So, you mean that girl that I just met outside the store said all of that? Wow. I didn't even pick up on that at all while we were chatting. She seemed so normal. Wait a second. Now that you say all that, though, while we were talking, she made sure to ask about what I did for work and what I did on my days off, too. I think she was just doing a bit of information gathering on you before she makes her move. Gary, just please be careful around Becky, okay? And if she is waiting for you outside, I want you to just walk away from her. I have a really bad feeling about what she could be planning. Oh, geez. Okay, you got it. Oh, Lindsay! Guess what? I have some big news for you! I finally made your husband mine! What? What are you talking about? I mean that Gary has texted me several times now, and I have him right where I want him. He is always saying things like, I want to meet, and hurry up and write back. It is so cute. He calls and texts me all the time. He is totally obsessed with me. Wait a second. Just hold on. You mean to say that my husband is really doing all of that? Oh, yes, he most certainly is. He is messaging me almost every day now. Wait a second. Don't tell me that you are still trying to steal my husband. But you have been acting so normal around the office. And I never once heard you bring it up with me again. I really did want to think that you were just acting weird because you were hungover or something, but... Rule number 1 of war. Never let the enemy know your next move. Of course I wasn't going to say anything to you. I did all my work right under your nose and you never knew. Enemy? War? What do you mean by all that? Isn't it obvious? You are Gary's wife, which makes you my enemy in the war for Gary. and I do intend to crush anyone that gets in my way. But given that he is already obsessed with me, it seems like this war is already over before you even knew it had begun. What the heck are you talking about? You're crazy! I seriously doubt that Gary has done any of the things that you are telling me. So can you please stop all of this crazy talk and just leave me alone? Oh, Lindsay. Sweet, innocent Lindsay. They all say the same thing when I tell them that I've won. There is no way he would leave me. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, too bad for you, but your precious Gary and every other man I've set my eyes on have always chosen me in the end. I mean, what man wouldn't instantly fall in love with a cute little thing like me? No, seriously. You need some therapy or something. This is messed up. You have issues. Anyways, the only reason I am messaging you is to ask you to prepare and sign the divorce papers for me. You really have lost your mind. You're crazy! There is no way that you're going to make me divorce Gary. And there is certainly no way that you've come in between me and my husband. Oh, Lindsay! Lindsay! Can't we just stop all of this fussing? Just hurry up and divorce him already. Your precious Gary is already wrapped around my finger. Just sign the papers and be done with it already. Are we really doing this again? For the last time, my husband and I are not getting a divorce. He loves me and I love him, and I am not really interested in anything you have to say on the matter. Oh, Lindsay. I tried to warn you, but Gary has already proposed to me. It's all over for you. What? You're telling me Gary proposed to you? That's right. He got down on one knee and everything. He looked me right in the eyes and asked if I would become his wife. Well, Gary is sitting right here next to me, and I have never seen him look more perplexed in his life. Oh, come on. You don't really expect him to do anything else in front of his own wife, do you? He even gave me a ring when he proposed, so it's official. Gary, I know you're reading this. Come on and tell her, baby. What do you mean he gave you a ring? Just that. It is like I said. Actually, if we are being exact, he gave me this ring about 2 weeks ago. And after that, he just fell deeper and deeper in love. Always texting me, asking to call and meet. He must be reaching out to me every day. I love how dedicated he is. So that would be about the time that you asked me to divorce him, wouldn't it? You're telling me that Gary had already given you a ring at that point. That's right. Stings, doesn't it? But he told me that he wanted to get married as soon as possible and gave me the ring. He's just so into me. You really should just give him what he really wants and divorce him already. Give me back my wife's ring, you crazy little freak. Excuse me? What did you just say? I have been sitting here reading these messages over Lindsay's shoulders in silence long enough. What are you talking about that I gave you a ring? You're lying, you nutcase. So it was you who took the ring. I was wondering where it had gone because I had just gotten it refitted when someone snatched it out of my hand and took off. Now quit messing around and give it back. What? What is this? How can you say something like that to me, Gary? How can you call me such mean, horrible names? What kind of way is that to talk to the woman that you love? Enough of this. I do not love you. You're just crazy. Baby, it hurts my feelings when you call me that. Besides, the whole reason you got your ring refitted was for me, right? Because it was the wedding ring you used when you got married to Lindsay. You wanted to adjust it for me, right? It's okay. I completely understand. You don't understand anything. Lindsay was telling me that her ring was feeling a bit tight lately, so I took it to get refitted for her. You just made up some insane story in your head and stole it from me. You were waiting for me right outside of the jeweler's and you just took it and took off. But I didn't steal anything. You were just getting the ring refitted so that it would fit my finger.
And all your incessant texts to Lindsay about how I wanted to meet up with you. You are sick in the head, lady. Like, even if Lindsay believed you, what was your end game here? Did you really think that I would want anything to do with you if you ruined my marriage? What is wrong with you?
Gary, how can you say these things about me? How can you say these things about the love of your life?
Who the heck would love a delusional, crazy person like you? Look, this is your last chance. I am being very serious. Return the ring that you stole from me by the end of the day, or we will be calling the police on you.
Wait. No. What? How could you?
Lindsay and I both put up with a lot of your games because you two worked together and she really didn't want to rock the boat. But our patience has its limits. If you don't return that ring, we are going to be calling the police immediately.
Wait. This is just one big misunderstanding. Don't do anything rash.
Enough! I am tired of you. I am not going to sit here and listen to whatever excuse a thief like you comes up with. And we won't be stopping at the police. If we don't have that ring back by the end of the day, we'll be filing a complaint with HR as well.
What? No! You can't do that!
If you don't want it to happen, then you better return that ring. Do you understand? This is your final warning.
Oh, I am so pissed off right now. Can you believe what Gary was saying to me? I mean, I'm everything a man needs in a cute little package. I threw everything I had at him, and he didn't want to budge. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I am way cuter than you. How could he not want to divorce you to get to me? Why did he choose you?
I really do not give a damn about whatever you are saying. Just hurry up and return my ring by the end of the day, or else.
Shut up! I'm not done. What's so special about this stupid old ring anyways? This whole ring is the whole reason why I am in this mess in the first place. Just looking at it makes me mad. I know. I think I'll just destroy it. What then?
Excuse me? You're going to do what?
I just got back from the home improvement store with my brand new hammer. Now I'll destroy this ring and then no one can have it.
Wait, no. Don't do that. The ring has nothing to do with this. Breaking it won't solve anything. That is my ring. You can't do this.
Oh, look at you now, begging for mercy from me. But I'll destroy it all the same.
Becky, I am being really serious right now. Please calm down and put the hammer down.
I knew it. The ring just fell apart once I took to it with the hammer. It didn't take much before it was bent and twisted and covered in scratches. Is this a wedding ring? It looks more like a piece of scrap metal now.
Well, actually, my wedding ring is still here on my left hand.
Wait, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense!
But it is true that the ring you took did have a lot of sentimental value to me. Though I am glad at least my wedding ring is safe.
What is going on here? What do you mean this isn't your wedding ring? It has to be. That is why Gary went to get it fixed. That is why I stole it from him. It is your wedding ring, right?
No, I just told you that it wasn't. I never once said that it was my wedding ring. The ring you destroyed was just one I wore as an accessory. And it cost me around $100.
What? An accessory?
But the reason that I liked it so much was because it was the first thing Gary ever bought for me. Though compared to my real wedding ring, it is just a pretty cheap piece of jewelry.
What? Are you kidding me?
But you thought it was my wedding ring and that's why you destroyed it, right? But you actually haven't laid a finger on the real thing. It is still here, shining on my left hand.
What? No! That can't be. You mean, the ring I went through all the trouble of destroying wasn't even your wedding ring?
But like I said,
That ring did mean a lot to me. And I do plan on making you pay for the damages and compensate me for stealing it. And just why the heck do you think I would pay you a cent? If it isn't your wedding ring, then it really shouldn't matter. And I didn't even get to steal your husband either. Besides, it's just a $100 ring. It is no big deal. Becky, this isn't about the money. Then I see. If you really have no intention of paying for the ring that you just destroyed, then I guess that means I'll just have to head down to the police station and file a report against you. And I've already taken the liberty of telling work all about what you've been doing. No! You can't be serious. What are they going to do? Well, that's between you and HR, I think. They did mention they were going to talk to your family, though. They're going to what? Well, I guess they want to get a handle on whether or not you have a history of this kind of behavior. I'm not sure. Anyways, enjoy your last couple of hours before all the consequences of your actions catch up to you. Lindsay, please, you have to help me. Please don't go to the police. I am begging you. I will pay whatever you want, just please no cops. What is this? What happened to the Becky who was so confident and condescending yesterday? I got a message from work saying that they didn't want me showing up at the office anymore. They are definitely going to fire me. And my parents came all the way here, showed up at my place first thing in the morning, and started screaming at me. I was so embarrassed. It was horrible. I promise that I've reflected on my actions. I know what I did was wrong. I am so sorry for all the horrible, stupid things that I've done. So you finally see the error of your ways, huh? Too bad you're too late. What do you mean by that? The company is already discussing how to fire you, last I heard. Meanwhile, the cops have already gotten a report about your theft and destruction of property. I don't have all the details, of course, but at this point, if I chose to press charges, then the police already said they would dispatch someone to go out and place you under arrest. What? Someone is going to come and arrest me? And from what I heard, you'd be looking at about 3 years in prison. 3 years? Hold on just a second. We can talk this out, can't we? There's no reason to take this that far, right? I mean, you said the ring only cost $100, right? I did say that, didn't I? But I also said that this isn't about the money. You knew we were married, and yet you still announced that you would try and pursue my husband. You better believe I mentioned all of that to my lawyer, too. But, come on! I said that I would pay for the ring. That should be enough, right? I'll even pay whatever you want for compensation. My parents said they could pay $20,000, so please, just take the money and let me go. No. I plan to go through the proper channels for this, and you will be punished. Gary tried to give you a chance to return the ring, and instead you threw it back at us and decided to destroy it. Maybe you can tell the police that you reflected on your actions and see what they think. No, please, you can't do this to me. Go ahead and tell your parents that I won't be needing any money from them. The only thing I need is to see you properly punished for all the terrible things you've done. Now, if you'll excuse me. After that, Becky was arrested and taken away by the police as well as fired from her job. Now she will have to pay the price for all the things she's done. Her parents tried to plead with the court, saying that she had reflected on her actions and that all of her crimes were just light ones. They even wrote letters to all of Becky's friends and family, begging them to come to court and act as character witnesses. But nobody said they would do it. After stealing countless boyfriends and husbands of friends and coworkers, Becky had nobody who she could count on to come to her aid and speak up for her. As for my ring, we took it to get repaired at the jeweler's. It is as good as new now. Of course, we made sure that Becky would foot the bill for all of that as well. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.